Yeah, we important issue. Anyways, Donald Trump's latest executive order directs an end to federal funding for NPR and PBS. Donald Trump signed an executive order seeking to halt federal funding for NPR and PBS, deeming it taxpayer-subsidized of biased media. The order directed the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to cease direct funding to the media outlet. But earlier this week, the CPB sued Trump in court after he sought to remove 3 of its 5 board members, including Sony's Tom Rothman. A federal judge has set a hearing for later this month. The executive order states, at the very least, Americans have the right to expect that if their tax dollars fund public broadcasting at all, they fund only fair, accurate, unbiased, and nonpartisan news coverage. No media outlet has a constitutional right to pay taxpayer subsidies, and the government is entitled to determine which categories of activities to subsidize. So, I mean, he doesn't like NPR. I listen to NPR News. I like NPR News.
NPR has a lot of Republicans on there too, don't they?
Yeah, no, they have. It's balanced, and what they do, they're not like mainstream media where they'd be like, oh, cats are pooping in toilets. Let's talk about it for 3 hours. The NPR gives you the news, maybe has a witness, moves to the next subject. Gives you the news, moves to the next subject, and then they interview people. The thing is, they just tell the truth. He don't like it. You know what I'm saying? He just don't like it.
He definitely don't want nobody telling the truth at all. He don't want nobody
telling the truth, bro. And especially like for them, it's like they'll have. I mean, like Democrats, when the Democrats do something bad, they'll call them out on it, but the Democrats kind of just do things by the book because they don't want the scandal. You know what I'm saying? He ain't worried about the scandal, bro. He's a reality TV star.
Everything he does is not by the book. Everything he does is illegal. He don't care. He's figured out that, you know what, man? Let's just see what they do about it, pretty much, man. It sucks because this is not just NPR. It's also PBS.
Yeah, you get rid of Sesame Street.
But PBS, they do have, I think they have, Jonathan Capehart and some other, I forget the other guy's name. But those two are very much liberals. PBS is kind of a liberal station. From the perspective that I see, they're kind of liberal. I'm not mad about it because I feel like if you think about it, man, PBS, public broadcasting, anything to do with free is going to be more of a liberal thing anyways. It's going to be more of a person who has sympathy and care about what's happening in the world. It's not going to be, what's his name? Sean Hannity type people. They're not going to be them. Those are like the worst type. They just will say anything for the expediency of, this is what's right today. Let me just say this. Even as it was a Dan Rather
said that about Tucker Carlson too. They're like, bro, you just spew lies and nonsense
all day long. All day long.
Like, that's your platform and that's what you get money off.
You hear Tucker Carlson call out, Tucker Carlson actually called out Senate Republicans. He's like, do you notice that most of the, war crazed Republican U.S. senators are also secret closeted gay people? He said that on his show like yesterday or something like that, or the day before. He said it to this guy. The guy was like, who are you talking about? He was like, I don't know. I'm just saying. It's almost like he's sending a shot across the bow, letting them know.
Shot at.
I mean, but he said most of the Senate Republicans. He's saying there's more than one. He's saying that there's multiple of these people. It's not like he's talking about just one person. He said it as like plural, like multiple people, like a punch. And like this crazy to me that he said that because you're almost like trying to push them back down in their hole. You know what I mean? Hey, if you want to poke your head out here and have a problem with something, here, I'm gonna shoot a shot across the bow, let you know, and we'll put it out there on you.
You look at supposedly look at Lindsey Graham, bro. He was like a person of integrity, but then they learned his secret. And now he's bending over backwards because if they learn, he's bending over backwards. Jeez, pause. I mean,
I'm just playing with you.
I'm just saying because if he comes out and he's like, "Hey, I'm this and that," he's
done.
He'll be cooked.
He's done. Yeah, I mean, and at the same time, you look at it from perspective. Any of them who come out who are Republicans, it's not a Republican thing, even though it is very, 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 very much a Republican thing. You guys, the veneer that you all put on a lot of times and the hatred you like to pretend towards other people, but the way that you guys praise Donald Trump, wearing his hat, his shirt, you wear everywhere on your body. You got this, tattoo his name on you. You know what I mean? Let him know it's real. Let them know it's real. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But yeah, it was pretty extraordinary that he said that. But it's a horrible thing that we may lose PBS, that we may lose NPR. I mean, these are things NPR that we also have.
NPR is supposed to be it's public broadcasting.
But it's for a reason that we have these though.
Yeah, but usually they get, like when I listen to NPR, they're always asking for donations anyways, because it's publicly funded.
But there's a reason that these places are around, like even with local cable stations. They're around because if anything were to happen, like a mass, like if we were to be attacked, those would be the places where you could go to for information and news. That's why they pay these people, keep them around for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so that we have
because it's free channels. Like you can used to be able, since they changed it from analog to digital, but you used to be able just to plug your TV into the wall. And if you had an antenna, you could watch that Christian channel, PBS, and you would get news.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like yesterday I had my TV on. It was like to catch people smuggling drugs into the States.
So they caught some people smuggling drugs into the States?
Yeah, it's like a show about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, Border Patrol and stuff.
Oh, it was on PBS?
No, it was on some free channels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, digital ones.